So for example 3, we are going to figure out how many ounces are in 2.5 pounds. We're going to do this 2 ways. We've got 2.5 pounds, and we want to know how many ounces that makes. We're going to use a proportion. We know that there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. We have ounces in the denominator, pounds in the numerator. That's how we need it to use the proportion method. We're going to use cross products and see that 1 times x makes 1x, and 2.5 times 16 makes 40. So there are 40 ounces in 2.5 pounds. Now let's do it using unit conversion factors. So we have 2.5 pounds. We're going to put that over 1, and we're going to multiply it times a conversion factor that tells us 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. I need pounds in the numerator and then the denominator, so I can cancel that unit and only be left with the unit of ounces. And then I'm just going to do that math. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. I'll get 40 over 1, which will just be 40 ounces. And Skill Check C gives you the opportunity to practice converting 3 different sets of weights, converting from tons to pounds, pounds to ounces, ounces to pounds. Now, example 4 lets us solve a real-world problem. When Chandler put her candy on the scale, the weight was 1 pound and 7 ounces. After Hudson added his candy, the total weight was 3 pounds and 2 ounces. What was the weight of Hudson's candy? Question number 1. If the price per pound is $6.49 and the sales tax is 6%, how much did they spend on the candy? Question number 2. All right, and we're going to walk through several steps in order to answer both of these questions. So the first thing we know is that we've got total candy weight of 3 pounds and 2 ounces. And Chandler's weighed 1 pound and 7 ounces. And we want to figure out how much Hudson's was, right? So this was the total weight. This is the weight of Chandler's candy. We want to know how much did Hudson's candy weigh. So we need to subtract what we know, Chandler's weight, from the total weight to find what we don't know, which is Hudson's weight. So we're going to start off with a subtraction problem. And the first thing off the bat, we're going to have to do some renaming because I cannot subtract 7 ounces from 2 ounces. So I'm going to borrow a pound. That just leaves 2 pounds over here. That pound that I borrow, I'm going to come over here and rename it as ounces. The pound that I borrowed is equal to 16 ounces, right? I've already got 2 ounces here, and now I've renamed a pound as 16 ounces, so I need to combine these together to have 18 ounces minus 7 ounces. 18 minus 7 gives me 9 ounces, and 2 minus 1 gives me 1 pound. So Hudson's candy weighed 1 pound and 9 ounces, just slightly more than Chandler's. Now, the second question asked me to find out how much they spent on the candy. The candy is priced at $6.49 per pound. I don't have a price for pounds and ounces, just pounds. So that means I need to turn this total weight of the candy, 3 pounds and 2 ounces, I need to rename this as a decimal, right? Well, 2 ounces means 2/16 of a pound. So I really have a mixed number, 3 and 2/16. And I know how to change that to an improper fraction and then to a decimal. 16 times 3, 48, 50 over 16, and then divide. I get 3.125. 3.125. So 3 pounds and 2 ounces of candy is the same as 3.125 pounds of candy. So now I can multiply that times my price because my price is only in pounds. So I'm going to say $6.49 a pound times 3.125 pounds. Multiply those together and I'm going to get 20.2815. Now I need to multiply this by the sales tax, which is 6%. And that's going to give me, let's see, they combined. We're not going to do that. 20.2815 times 0.06. That's going to give me 1.21689. So this is how much the candy is costing. This is the tax. Remember, I need to add those together for the total cost. So I'm going to round my candy to dollars and cents. 20.28, and I'm going to round my sales tax to dollars and cents. This 6 here is going to bump me up to 1.22. And I've got $21.50 for these 3 pounds of candy. $21.50. Now there's a skill check at the bottom of the page that gives you an opportunity to practice another real world problem if you'd like to do that. And let's look at our assignment. We are once again going to do 1 through 7 all. And then we're going to do 8 through 18 even. And then 19 through 31 odd. And we'll skip the cumulative review for this lesson because we're going to double up and do 2 lessons today.